Assalamualaikum. Today we are going to start with our fourth chapter of our textbook, and the name of the chapter is algebraic expressions. So up to chapter 3 or in the previous chapters we have talked about arithmetic part, like where we have discussed about numerical things, like we have dealt with just 1, 2, 3, calculating with numerical fractions and decimals. But in algebra, it's another branch of mathematics where we will talk about symbolic expression of mathematical term. Like apart from numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or fractions or decimals, we will talk about expressions, some mathematical terms that are expressed in the form of alphabetical format or expressed in the term of different symbols. So yes, it's a very interesting chapter and a very new one for you people, because up to primary level, up to class 5, we are not discussed, we are not told about algebra at all. So it's completely new experience, and I think you are going to enjoy a lot, because if we just grab the topic or the basics of algebra in a good or proper way, it's take the easiest and shortest way to solve. Like in your question, if you just know how to solve the arithmetical math, but it will consume much time, like you will need 20 to 30 minutes to solve an arithmetic problem. But if you just know the answer of an algebraic CQ or creative question, it will just take 10 to 15 minutes if you have the practice. So yes, I have just talked a lot. Now let's move to our topic. So yes, it's chapter 4 of our textbook, and yes, let's start. So firstly we will see what are the topics that we will learn. So I have just written all the things that we are going to learn in throughout the chapter. So firstly, solve mathematical problems using algebraic symbol, variables, coefficient, index. So I know all the terminologies are going over your head, because you don't know what are the algebraic symbols, variables, coefficient, index. Nothing is known to you. So I am just saying, you just put in your mind that we are going to learn something, some terms, new terms, that is algebraic symbol, variables, coefficient, index. Okay, then identify the similar and dissimilar terms of algebraic expressions. So we will know how about algebraic expressions and their similarity and dissimilarities. Describe algebraic expression of one or more than one term. That means in algebraic expression, more than one terms are expressed at a time. So we will learn about that in forward. So do addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions. That means then that we have learned in case of arithmetic how to do summation, multiplication, division in lower classes. But the process of algebraic summation and subtraction or multiplication is a bit different apart from the arithmetic one. So yes, so firstly, for the very firstly, we need to know what is algebra, because we are learning algebraic expressions, and I am sure that you don't know what is actually algebra. So I have just given you a glimpse that in algebra we just work with more symbols, alphabetical terms. So here we have a standard definition. So now we will go through it. So algebra is a branch of mathematics. That means it's sure that algebra is also a branch of mathematics. It's not rocket science or something, it's in mathematics, dealing with symbols and the rules for manipulating those symbols. That means algebra is a branch of mathematics that actually deals with some symbols, and where we can see rules where these symbols are expressed, and different type of formulas are formed regarding those symbols, and we will see the rules how those formulas are formed and how to apply them in our practical life, as well as in mathematical problems. So yes, we are going to introduce ourselves with different types of new formulas. Up to arithmetic section we haven't learned such formulas that were very easy and in numerical expression, but in algebra we will get a formula with alphabetical or different symbolic forms. So yes. So firstly, in the first exercise, we are going to learn about 4 new terms, that are symbols, coefficients, variable, indices. Basically all the things are in plural form, that means symbol, it's actually the plural with is. Coefficients, variables, basically indices came from index. So from index, if we do the plural, we get indices. So yes, so these are 4 are the main things that we are going to talk about. So yes, firstly, symbols. So in symbols we can see 3 types of symbols, that are numerical, then alphabetical, and operational. We all know about numerical. We know numerical symbols are like 1, 2, 3, stuff, etc. So what is alphabetical symbols? So basically in arithmetic we use mostly numerical symbols and operational symbols, but in case of algebra we need to deal with alphabetical symbols as well. Like you will see symbols like X, Y, Z, A, B, C. So yes, in case of algebra you are going to go through some alphabetical symbols as well. Then operational symbols are basically the symbols which we need to do operation like addition, subtraction, multiplication, like minus, division, multiplication, division, addition, plus, subtraction. So yes, these are about symbols. So secondly, variables. So what is variable? So variable is a very new term to you. So if we just break down the word variable, we can get vary, then able. So if we just divide variable, so we can write vary plus able. And we know what is meant by vary. That vary means that can change. Like something that can vary from perspective to perspective, or from one situation to another situation, the thing can change. So, and able means the ability. That means variable means something that has the ability to vary. So yes, it's the meaning that we actually get from breaking the terminology of variable. But if we just go through the definition, we can see a letter or symbols that represents a quantity that can change. That means variable is expressed through some symbols. Expressed through symbols, and that represents a quantity. That means it has a specific value. We can get a certain quantity of something, and that can change. That means that can vary. So up to now you have just understood about its basic definitional concept. So I am going to show you some practical example so that you will be more clear what is variable and what is meant through variable in case of our algebra. So, practical example. So, in the figure you can see there are there is a girl and a boy. Let us suppose the name of the girl is Minnie. And the name of the boy is Monty. Okay. So, and they are brother and sisters. They are siblings. So, suppose in the year of, like I have said that in the year of 2010, the age of Minnie was 10, and we will another thing. I am saying that the age of Monty is 5 years more than Minnie. That means in the year 2010, age of Monty will be how much? 10 plus 5, 50. It's actually where we are getting this through normal numerical expression or arithmetical expression. So in 2010, age of Monty will be 10 plus 5, 50. But what will happen in 2011? In 2011, age of Minnie will be 11. Then in 12, it will be 12. In 30, that means it will keep changing. Similarly, the age of Monty will be kept increasing, like 15, 16, 17, 18, etc. etc. That means it will keep changing. So, if we just term that the age of Minnie as x, okay, before that, when the age of Minnie will be 12, then the age of Monty will be 16. Still, no, when Minnie will be 12, the age of Monty will be 17. You can see that difference of the age will be still 5. That means the difference will be always be a constant. That means it will not change. So we can state a relation by algebraic expression that if we consider the age of Minnie as x, like I am saying, if Minnie's age is x, then Monty's age will be x plus 5. That means whatever the age of Minnie's age, at that period the age of Monty will be 5 more than Minnie. That means 5 will be added with x. So you can apply in 2010, if the age of Minnie was 10, that means x, then x plus 5 will be equal to 10 plus 5, because our x is 10 here, so it will be 50. So in 2020, Minnie's age will be 20. So x plus 5. Then Monty's age will be 20 plus 5. That is 25. That means this age value is not fixed. That means x is changeable. That means it can vary with time to time. It's varying actually. Age is not fixed for all the time. It's kept changing. So that means we can say the age value, the age of Minnie or Monty, both are the expression by which we have turned that age of Minnie is x, Monty is x plus 5. So this is basically an algebraic expression. So I hope you are clear with this example. We will go through more examples.